Sometimes you might have the winning cards, but if you don't know how to play them, you're going to lose everything. In this position, white is so close to winning. The pawn is just one step away from promoting. But there's an issue. The king is about to capture it. And if the king is successful in taking this pawn off the board, rook against bishop is simply going to be a draw. So what do? If we try to sacrifice the pawn and give this check, black is not simply going to come back up like this and allow us to skewer the king and bishop, winning the game. Instead, the black king has king to g7, and now the rook will have to move away, and this is simply a draw. If we try to prepare the promotion by defending here, relying on the fact that the pawn cannot be taken because of the skewer, we're actually still blundering a draw after bishop to a6 check, removing the bishop from the line of the king, and then picking up the pawn. So it's time for white to go all in and sacrifice his last greatest resource in this position with rook to d6. A beautiful move. Now of course the pawn is untouchable because of the fork of the bishop and king. Now if the king goes in front of the pawn, we have rook to d8 check. The pawn still cannot be taken because of the fork, but if the king comes back up, now we can promote to a queen. If the king takes the rook, we simply promote to a queen. But the most interesting part is what we do in response to any bishop move. For example, after bishop to a8, we can now sacrifice the promotion, because the king is going to take, and now we have another fork. These squares are covered by the rook, so maybe the bishop can try e4. But now white follows up with another beautiful move, with rook e6 check. Of course, if the king takes, we simply get a queen. And if the king takes the pawn, we win the bishop, and this is still winning. And what about bishop to h1? Well, now our king joins in and goes to g1, attacking the bishop, forcing it to move away, for example, to f3. And after this, white has another brilliant rook sacrifice with rook to f6. By now we all know the idea. The rook cannot be taken, and if the king stops the pawn, we win the bishop and the game. If you want to improve at chess openings, Lotus Chess is one of the best tools out there, and you can find the link in my comment section. Check it out.